Okay, so today you're gonna learn how to make $100 a day trading cryptocurrency. We're gonna dive straight into this Bitcoin chart. I'm gonna start off nice and fresh, stripped all the way back. All we have is a volume open and then the RSI. Now, if you are a trading view type of person, well, that's fine. But today we're on the exchange called ByBit because, they're fantastic. Okay, by the way, this will also work for Ethereum and other cryptocurrencies as well. Not every cryptocurrency out there. If the cryptocurrency is too small, you don't want something too small. You want something that has nice liquidity. Some of the bigger coins, they will behave this way as well. This particular trading strategy came from like the stock world. So it actually is a well-established sort of a trading strategy. It is more of a technical sort of a trading strategy than a fundamental one. We're just going to purely work with the chart, and you have to act like a robot, okay? You have to act like a robot, and we're going to use specific metrics to actually learn how to trade today. So this is what you're going to do. You're going to press indicators. You're going to write MA, right? And then you're going to click that one, and then you're going to click that again. We're going to open up another one twice. MA like so, moving average. We're only going to use one indicator, MA, moving averages, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to set some different parameters here, okay? We're going to set inputs. Number 5 is what we're going to put on the first one. Second one, we're going to put 10. The third one, we're going to put 15. And then lastly, you're going to put in 25, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to put some nice colors in there, okay? So we're going to put the first one, MA5, we're going to make that red. The second one, orange. Third one, yellow. And lastly, the fourth one, the longest MA on green, okay? We're going to zoom in a little bit more and we're going to see how they look like right now. Okay, fantastic. So this is what it looks like right now. And what we're going to look for, okay, what we're going to look for is when the moving average lines are arranged in a nice way. Okay, what do I mean by nice way? What we're going to look for is we're going to look for either the shorter MA, which is the red one, and then the longest MA with 25 is the green one, right? So from red, orange, yellow to green. When it's arranged red above orange and orange above yellow, yellow above green, we're going to enter what's called a long position. We're going to enter a buy position, right? And when it is obviously arranged the other way around, we're going to look for something like that. Okay, so here's another scenario here. Okay, so we've got green, yellow, orange, and red like so, okay? And when they're twisted and all wonky and jumbled up, we're not going to be trading at all. Today, we're on the 15-minute chart. This works well for the 15-minute charts as well. So something more consistent is, as you can see, it can be found here, okay? So that's a situation where it's inversely arranged, okay? Let's call it inversely arranged, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to look for these opportunities where it actually arranges itself in a nice sort of shape like so. Once we identify that the patterns have been arranged in a nice way, then what we're going to do is we're going to enter a trade. We're going to enter a trade, okay? And we're going to put a buy order. So from this point onwards, you'll be able to see that there is a nice arrangement, okay? There is that, proper arrangement here. The short time frames to the long time frames like so. So zooming right into the moment when there was a full arrangement from the shortest to the longest MAs like so, you're going to then put some orders in there. So you're going to put a buy order at the red line, and then you're going to put another buy order at the orange line, and they're going to be split into thirds, and you're going to put another buy order at the yellow line, and then you're going to put a stop loss on the green line. So that's going to be the stop loss right here like so. So you're going to put a third of your seed fund into the first, and then another third into the second, and then you're going to put another to the third order that you're going to have in there, okay? Now that you've done that, you will see that from that trade point onwards, you would have made a pretty cool profit of about, that seems to be about 3.9%, but that leverage on about 10x, then you would have made around about 40% gain right then and there. So this particular trading strategy, you don't need to have a massive amount of seed fund to be able to start this. I would recommend even having like $300 is totally enough to actually get yourself started, so you don't actually risk out on it as well. So this then gives you a helpful guide as to when to actually make and execute a particular trade and in which direction to do so. Obviously that has worked for this direction. Your job is to then find another position, okay? So you can see that the inverse arrangement has occurred at this particular point here. And as you can see that there has been a good amount of profit in that same direction as well. This is called a trend-based trading strategy here. So you need to make sure that you follow these rules like a robot, okay? You're not gonna win every single trade, but your win ratio should be enough to actually grow your seed fund. I've seen people go from like, $300 to $5,000 over like a month. It's totally possible to do. And there's plenty of opportunities for you to actually make the trade because it's in a short enough time frame for you to be able to do so as well. Okay, then you may ask, okay, well, it's helpful that we know when to actually enter the position. Then when should I be exiting the position? Now, because this is a trend-based trading strategy, what you want to do is this. Obviously, you want to take profits whenever you need to take profits. But what I would suggest you to do is I would suggest you to zoom out on the graph and identify what kind of trend you're in right now. So we're obviously in like a sort of a sideways sort of trend, but if we put on a weekly chart, let's see what kind of trend we're in right now. Obviously, from this period to this period, we're in an upward trend. This period to this period is a downward trend. This period to this period is an upward trend. I would still argue that from here to where we're now, we're on a downward trend. So when we're in a downward trend, then you can actually hold on to your short positions for a longer period of time and your long positions for a shorter period of time. I think that will be a much more prudent way to move forward as well. And so, zoom out and identify what you want to do. When you're actually going for a longer period in time, once your trade is in a profitable region, then you can move your stop loss to where you've actually executed the trade right then and there so that you can actually be more aggressive in terms of locking in bigger profits in the market too. And doing this way, even as a beginner, you should be able to increase your seed quite significantly and quite quickly as well. So that's what I would say about take profits. Now, how does that actually work? Well, if you want to hop over to ByBit, then you can actually start to make trades on your orders. I say you stay put in the isolated and you put your leverage around about that 5x mark on both long and short. I do believe that this is a strategy that actually works even till now. I'm happy to test this method out for you. Obviously, your trading skills will improve. This won't be the only way you will trade. So I hope that this could be a good kickstarting point for you to actually understand how trading works. Now, you're going to catch obviously the both long and the short of it. So you can obviously use this methodology to use on a spot trade as well, but your profits won't be as big. And of course, you're not going to have as much opportunity to be able to trade because it's not going to capture any downward movement with the short positions as well. So I highly recommend using ByBit to actually do your trades. The transaction fees are very low on this platform as well. This is one of the top 3 derivatives exchange in the world, Binance and OKX being the top 2. And I understand Binance is not available in every country in the world. So ByBit is offering some pretty amazing conditions for traders just like you. And obviously the volume on a daily basis is strong enough for you to not suffer any liquidity issues as well. Furthermore, they're actually doing a competition right now where you'll be trading between now and the middle of April. And there's up to $200,000 in ETH available in rewards and about $100,000 worth of rewards to come in as well. And you have to register within the next 21 days to actually get on with it. I'll leave the link for this competition in the description below so that you can actually understand how to join and how to actually participate in this game. Make sure you register with the link below as well as registering with the competition as well. That way you get some discounts on your trading fees as well. So that being said, try this method out. I'll finish the video by doing this, okay? What I want you to do is if you don't want to trade right now and you are still dubious about the way this is done, my suggestion is I want you to go back on these graphs and I want you to start doing a simulation by yourself on how the actual trades could have transpired, okay? If you were to make these decisions on a robotic basis, okay? Obviously, these zones where all the lines are tangled up and the short time frames are higher than the longer time frames kind of arrangement. I don't even know what to call it. If I call it a fancy name, y'all are going to be lost. So I'm just going to call it that. If you find these things, then you're not going to be trading at all, of course. But when there is a clear trend there, then there is an opportunity for you. And just go and identify those opportunities in the past and see how much money that you could have made in these transactions as well, okay? So give that a go, guys. Obviously, it's all about becoming better at these things. So the more you do, the better you will be as well. Do not risk money that you are unable to go without. Please do enough research and do enough training like I showed you before like this before you jump into it with real money. Do consider joining the competition as well because that's another fantastic way for you to actually improve your trading skill and abilities as well. Okay, thank you so much for tuning in today. If you haven't done so, make sure to like, share, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and I'll see you when you're making $100 a day. Much love. Peace out, guys.